Hello there and good evening. I'm Cynthia Arthur. You're watching News on 2. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said the decision on the appointment of Latifah Bibi Koya as the new Chief Commissioner of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC is final. The Prime Minister said the appointment was made just as he had done for other senior officers.
Tak ada masalah, saya lantik banyak orang. Banyak pegawai-pegawai saya terpaksa lantik. Ini satu daripada pegawai itu saja. Betul. Saya, kalau dah butuh tamat lah. Takkan nak kali balik lah. Jadi kata saya U-turn.
The Premier said this at an Aidilfitri open house hosted by Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Mukhris Tun Dr. Mahathir and his wife Tok Puan Nurziata Zakaria at the latter's official residence at Sri Mentalun today. Tun Dr. Mahathir was accompanied by his wife Tun Dr. Siti Hasma Muhammad Ali. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir said his relationship with Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim was still good and that there were no problems between them. Tun Dr. Mahathir said Datuk Seri Anwar has the right to seek clarification on the appointment of the new MACC Chief Commissioner and he has the right to reply as well.
Baik, saya tak ada masalah dengan dia. Dia berhak nak tanya, saya berhak boleh jawab.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this when asked to comment on media reports that PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim was of the opinion that the Prime Minister should clarify Latifah's appointment as the new MACC chief. On a related note, former Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC Chief Commissioner Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri Abdul said Malaysians should support and trust Latifah Koya to lead the MACC and to do her best to carry out her duties. Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said it was the waste of time to rant and rave as Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad had decided on Latifah's appointment as the new MACC head. Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said he has trust in Latifah to lead the MACC well and carry out her duties for the country. Speaking at a press conference today, he said the public should not worry because those carrying out the duties were MACC officers and the task of the MACC Chief Commissioner was to lead them. Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said, although the new Chief Commissioner has no experience in MACC work, it is the officers who will be doing the work and these officers are trained, thus things will go smoothly. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said he had expressed his desire to step down as MACC Chief Commissioner since December last year. In a meeting with the media today, to clear the air and deny various allegations about him stepping down as Chief Commissioner, Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said he only shortened his contract of service as MACC's Chief Commissioner. He said he did not resign nor was he directed to leave the Commission for closing some high-profile case as some accusers have claimed. Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said his decision to shorten the contract was made sincerely, adding that he regretted that his decision had drawn criticism and slander. Elaborating further, he said several main factors to being the top MACC person is to do things the right way, without any bias towards any parties, to not fear pressure, to not fear being fired, as well as to not give in to any form of arm twisting. In addition, he said, during his 1 year of being the MACC chief, the Commission had achieved great success with the arrest of 1,300 individuals for the first time in MACC history. Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said Malaysia has since achieved a corruption conviction rate of 91%, which was done in a 1 year period and now on par with the likes of Singapore and Hong Kong. Moreover, Datuk Seri Muhammad Shukri said he now wants to retire well, adding that he has never quarrelled with any politician. Police have crippled a migrant smuggling syndicate following the arrest of 11 people, including 3 Malaysians on the 27th of May. The arrests were carried out at the Padang Besar Customs, Immigration and Quarantine Complex and 2 other locations in the Klang Valley. Inspector General of Police Datuk Seri Abdul Hamid Badur said the syndicate, which had been active since mid-2018, was using Malaysia as a transit country. before sending Sri Lankans to Europe. Dato Sri Abdul Hamid said the arrests were made when the syndicate members tried to smuggle a Sri Lankan boy to Thailand through the Padang Besar entrance using a Malaysian travel document. He said the syndicate had planned to send the boy to Europe illegally. In a statement released today, Dato Sri Abdul Hamid said among those arrested were 3 Malaysians, 2 facilitators and 1 escort, and 8 Sri Lankan migrants. He said the 3 Malaysians were believed to be involved in smuggling the Sri Lankan migrants out of the country via the Malaysia-Thailand border by using Malaysian travel documents. Elaborating further, Dato Sri Abdul Hamid said investigations revealed that they also gave protection and kept the Sri Lankan migrants in the capital city before sending them to a third country. According to him, all 3 Malaysians are being investigated under the Security Offences Special Measures Act 2012, while the 8 Sri Lankans were detained under the Immigration Act 1959-63. With the arrest, Dato Sri Abdul Hamid said police have crippled a migrant smuggling syndicate ring with networks in Malaysia, Europe and Sri Lanka.
Police arrested a 34-year-old man yesterday for alleged use of a police siren while driving to help ease his journey through the heavy traffic along Parit Raja, Batu Pahat. The suspect was nabbed at about 10:30 a.m. following complaints lodged by members of the general public.
Batu Pahat District Police Chief ACP Azhan Abdul Halim said police also seized a Proton Gen 2 car with a siren set which had been installed onto the car. The case is being investigated under Section 21 of the Police Act 1967 for the offence of obstructing traffic, as well as Section 170 of the Penal Code for impersonating a public servant. If convicted with the offence of obstruction of traffic, the suspect can be fined 200 ringgit or jailed for 3 months or both. As for the offence of impersonating a public servant, the suspect could be jailed for up to 2 years or fined or both. Since Thursday, the suspect had driven his vehicle with a police siren, and the story went viral on social media sites, prompting netizens to criticize the man's actions.
Up till day 10 of Op Selamat 15, which was launched on 29 May in conjunction with Hari Raya, 176 road deaths and 23,263 vehicles involved in crashes were recorded. Royal Malaysia Police PDRM Corporate Communications Chief Dato Asmawati Ahmad, in a statement released today, said till 7th of June, the rise in numbers showed 4 fatalities occurred in Kuala Lumpur, 3 in Perak, with 2 each in Selangor and Sabah, while Pulau Pinang, Johor, Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan and Sarawak recorded 1 each.
Selangor had the highest number of accidents at 4,403, followed by 2,511 in Johor, 2,033 in Kuala Lumpur and 1,356 in Perak. Some 2,902 traffic offences exercises were conducted, with 217,683 summonses issued. There were also 441 break-ins recorded around the country in the 10-day period. Until 12th of June, Op Selamat 15 will be zeroing in on 6 traffic offences, like driving in the emergency lane, overtaking at a double line and using mobile phones while driving.
In other news, the Department of Wildlife and National Parks Peninsula Malaysia, Perhilitan, has arrested a singer suspected of keeping a sun bear at her condominium unit in Desa Pandan, Kuala Lumpur. The 27-year-old woman was arrested at 8 p.m. yesterday at her home after Perhilitan officers conducted a raid following a public tip-off.
Perhilitan Director General Abdul Kadir Abu Hashim, when contacted, confirmed that a woman had been arrested to facilitate investigations into the case. He said the woman could not produce any document of ownership for the bear. Abdul Kadir said she was being investigated for keeping an endangered wild animal without Perhilitan's permission, an offence under the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010, Act 716. A 5-second video as well as a picture of a sun bear poking its head out of a window at the woman's condominium unit went viral yesterday.
Selangor is committed to closing plants operating to process recycled plastic imports in the Klang Municipal Council MPK that has caused concern among local residents on the issue of pollution and population health. To date, 41 factories processing plastic waste in the administrative Klang Municipal Council MPK area were found to be operating illegally. 10 of the plants have been sealed so far.
Local Government, Public Transport and New Village Development Committee Chairman Ng Tze Han said there would be no compromise in the matter. He said no illegal plastic recycling plants will be allowed to run, adding that any parties found operating will be issued a notice and their water and electricity will be cut.
Polisi kerajaan negeri adalah jelas. Kami tidak membenarkan kilang proses sisa plastik ni terus beroperasi di negeri Selangor dan di kawasan lain, PBT lain seperti Kuala Langat, Kuala Selangor, Hulu Selangor telah berjaya untuk menutupkan kebanyakan kilang sisa plastik seperti macam ini. Dan sekarang hanya di MPK dan kami akan fokus di kawasan Klang untuk memastikan kilang-kilang seperti macam ni dapat ditutup dalam masa yang paling singkat.
Ng said this after joining an integrated operation tackling illegal plastic recycling plants in the industrial area of Teluk Gong in Klang. Meanwhile, State Environment, Green Technology and Consumer Affairs, Science, Technology and Environment Committee Chairman Hee Loy Sian said efforts to tackle these illegally operating plants will continue in line with the target of zero illegal plastic waste plants by July 2019.
Masalah yang kita hadapi sekarang ni, kilang ni walaupun kita dah sita, majlis sita, tapi mereka operate semasa malam. So penduduk komplain ni semasa kerana malam mereka dengar bunyi yang kuat dan bau yang teruk, ada kebakaran. So itu yang masalah, sebab saya rasa majlis tak boleh 24 jam untuk memantau semua keadaan. Banyak kilang sangat. So saya rasa Jabatan Alam Sekitar akan dan kita akan beritahu luas juga untuk datang untuk bawa mereka ke mahkamah kerana mereka telah pun mencemarkan air sungai kerana sisa-sisa mereka terus buang ke sungai. So ni yang kita boleh ambil tindakan.
He said the Department of Environment, DOE, can bring the matter to court if these illegal plant developers are found guilty of violating existing laws.
Malaysia started their 2022 World Cup and 2023 Asian Cup joint qualification campaign in style by hammering Timor-Leste 7-1 at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium last night. The Harimau Malaya squad were too powerful for the world number 195 Timor-Leste as the hosts dominated the match, the first of their two matches in the first round qualifier.
Playing in front of some 4,200 spectators, the world number 168 Malaysia started off well through an early goal in the 11th minute when English-born Corbin Ong Lawrence headed in Safawi Rashid's cross. Substitute Sharil Fikri Matfauzi then netted through a short-range follow-up strike in the 23rd minute after goalkeeper Adrito Raul Fernandez saved the first attempt. Tan Cheng Ho's Chargers continued their scoring feat as veteran striker Nur Sharul Idlan and Safawi scored one each in the 43rd and 45th minutes respectively for a comfortable lead at half-time. The Rising Sun squad, under the tutelage of Japanese coach Norio Sukitate, managed to reduce the deficit after the break when João Pedro da Silva beat Farisal Marlias in the 52nd minute. 7 minutes later, Safawi completed a brace as the 22-year-old received a pass from the country's first naturalized player, Mohamedou Soumaré, and let fly a shot which hit the crossbar before dropping inside the goal line. Malaysia completed the scoring spree with two late goals from substitutes, Mohammad Faiz Nasir's powerful volley in the 78th minute and Mohammad Akhyar Rashid's solo effort in the 89th minute. Speaking after the match, Cheng Ho said the big win served as a Hari Raya gift for their supporters, Malaysian football, the people of Malaysia and the players.
we need to improve our passing. I know in between that we losing our concentration, but overall can see that we really play the way we want to play. Then have opportunity to score goal. We concede. We scored it. Yeah, really. Yeah, it's a good performance from the players. Yeah.
The second leg will be played at the same venue on Tuesday at 8:45 p.m, where Malaysia need to secure an aggregate win over the former Portuguese colony to advance to the second round of the qualifiers. The 6 winners from the first round, including the winner of the Malaysia-Timor-Leste playoffs, will be joined by the 34 highest-ranked teams in Asia in the next round, including newly crowned Asian champions and World Cup hosts Qatar. In the second round, scheduled for September, the 40 teams will be drawn into 8 groups of 5 teams each. Only the group winners and 4 best second-placed teams will earn places in the third round of the World Cup qualifiers and automatic slots to the Asian Cup.
That concludes this evening's news. On to in our top story, decision on Latifa's appointment final. Join me again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Cynthia Arthur and thank you for watching.